Hi, I'm Sean. I'm the founder of the Barcoe Studio based here in Abu Dhabi, UAE. Here at the Barcoe Studio, it's all about that vibe. The moment the artist finds their voice, their beat, the moment the perfect film score is composed in-house. It's a team coming together for everyday film production miracles. And we're here every step of the way to make sure that voice doesn't just echo through these walls, but reaches out and touches the hearts across the globe. So I have two passions in my life. The first one is aviation, and the second one is music. For the first part of my life, I chased my aviation dream. I was a pilot in the US Army for 20 years, which afforded me the opportunity to come to the UAE as an instructor pilot. And I really enjoy living in the UAE and the opportunities it's afforded me to pursue my second passion, which was music. So I joined a band here, started gigging on my spare time, and basically we ended up realizing there's a need for a space for artists to gather, create, record, thrive, be mentored, and that's how we started the studio. Because of our relationship with Sennheiser that we've had from day one, they've been along this journey with me, helping me out.
Sean approached us 6 to 7 years ago with a vision, with a dream. He's always been someone that struck me as an ambitious go-getter, and it was plain to see from that initial meeting that he was very thirsty for the live music industry that was here in the Middle East, particularly Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And our initial conversations centered around his artists, the artists that would perform in the previous studio, in the original Barcoe Studio, and how he could help bring them up, both from a musical sense, but also their knowledge of the equipment that they had to use.
That was the first time I experienced how artists can be nurtured, and you don't just engage with an artist or a customer for the sake of making a business proposition, but also, nurturing them and bringing them to their best potential. In all these years, the very reason that we've worked together is because that's where we align in terms of our values.
But we were dreaming bigger and aiming higher.
It's always felt like we're part of something, that we're part of a community, and we're contributing towards both the artist and what Sean is trying to do.
Moving from our first studio wasn't easy. There were so many memories created there, lots of laughter, lots of bonds. In the old studio, we had a 2.1 system, and it was a Neumann system. And then we had a clean slate. And I wasn't sure what route I wanted to go. I just knew I needed to be in the immersive audio.
So it started off with him understanding what we do with monitors from Neumann's monitor range, and then developing that into what it could become.
Sennheiser had just bought Merging Technologies, so I reached out to them and asked them if they wanted to partner on building this blank slate together and see what we could come up with. And clearly, based on what we have now, we came up with something really cool.
Yes, the control room, and in fact the whole facility itself has been talked about for a number of years before we even got to the stage of implementation and the creative part of using the facility and the control room. And this has taken a design phase both from a construction point of view, room setup, then what we need to achieve inside the rooms. You're talking about loudspeaker positionings, you're talking about designs on very, very precise locations of each of the loudspeakers. Having 714 or immersive audio setups is a very, very precise art. There are rules that you should follow, and there are guidelines that many manufacturers put together in order to achieve a space that's as creative but conforms to these guidelines.
The best thing about our studio actually isn't the gear. It's the dreamers and the doers. That's our team. Each one of us brings a little bit of madness, a lot of magic, and an infinite amount of passion.
I really cannot put it in one word. What I feel about working with Sean Barcoe and the studio team. Every time I work with them, I'm amazed. I am more than elated, happy to be a part of, and I sometimes actually feel that I'm an extended part of this team, because the kind of involvement that Barcoe and team does, you know, to make you feel like you're a part of that project from all angles. They don't just deliver you a piece of work as a client and an agency perspective, but you know, you feel like they bring the story to you, they make you a part of the story, and that's what I love about them.
If you find something that you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life, and I'm very much a believer of that, as is Sean. Working with him and with the team that he has around him, it just makes the creative juices flow. You know, you get interested in what they're doing, and it expands my own way of thinking into seeing how I can contribute to that thought process. For me, the engagement is as personal as it is a work thing. In fact, it's more personal than it is a work thing. Getting to spend time understanding more what they're doing from the video side has both been educational and interesting for me, and seeing the personnel develop, the size of the company develop into what it's now become is exciting.
In 2020, we launched a campaign called Follow Your Dreams UAE. We wanted artists to step up, as we know how much music and art impacts people positively and gives them strength and courage and a chance to express themselves. With our campaign, we seek to contribute to the creative community in every way we can. We mentor young artists, we host workshops, meet and greets, and we organize open mics. We are excited about the future. We believe that talent in the UAE has what it takes to achieve global recognition for its music and culture. Thanks for stopping by.